Welcome back. Panelists here. Hallie Jackson, NBC senior Washington correspondent, host of Hallie Jackson Now. Jake Sherman, co-founder of Punchbowl News. Stephen Hayes, editor of The Dispatch. And Symone Sanders-Townsend, host of MSNBC's Symone. All right. As we all face the reality of the worse-than-expected performance on Tuesday, many Republicans are saying there is one man to blame, Donald Trump, that it's somehow time for the party to move on. Well, we've all seen this movie before. I just want to remind people, here were Republicans saying, Trump's got to go in October of 2016.
I respectfully ask you, with all due respect, to step aside. Step down.
It's sad, really, but I can't endorse Donald Trump for president after those comments and the way he said them.
We know what happened there. Then there was January 6th and the violent insurrection on the U.S. Capitol.
All I can say is count me out. Enough is enough.
The president bears responsibility for Wednesday's attack on Congress by mob rioters.
All right, so is this time different? Well, some Republicans swear it is.
This is a time that Donald Trump is no doubt in the rearview mirror, and it's time to move on with the party.
Moving in a different direction as we move forward is a good thing.
The voters have spoken, and they have said that they want a different leader. And a true leader understands when they have become a liability.
I'll throw the puck, Hallie.
So, Chuck, you said, we've been here before. We've sat around this table before. People have asked it before, will this time be any different? Let me tell you what Donald Trump is doing this weekend, I'm told. He's signing off on the placards to be at Mar-a-Lago for his run for president on Tuesday night, right? Like, the speech is written, I'm told it has no mention of Glenn Youngkin or Ron DeSantis in it as scripted, but we all know how that goes, right?
I love the idea that he's got a speech as if he's going to follow those words.
Well, of course, exactly, okay. Right? I mean, how many speeches but here's what I'm saying. We know who Donald Trump is, right? And so I hear Senator Bill Cassidy when he comes out and says, people aligned with the past underperformed and we've got to move on. But, I think there's a real question mark when you look at past as precedent. I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but I'm saying look at the history and the pattern up until now.
He chased Elise Stefanik away. Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, the entire leadership still remains behind Donald Trump, and he is a litmus test for a lot of candidates in the leadership elections. People are trying to be more Donald Trump than the next guy.
You refer to leadership, by the way, in the House
leadership.
Obviously, not right. The Senate leaders are that
the
way.
Senate leaders,
yeah,
I mean, he remains the most popular figure in the House Republican Conference, probably the most popular figure on Capitol Hill among Republicans.
Could he get 218 votes for Speaker?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know who can, but
Steve,
he can.
you started a news organization designed to sort of steer conservatives away from Donald Trump.
Well, we wanted to report based on conservative principles, but yeah, we've been very critical
things like
facts,
that, right? Yeah.
Principles. But yeah, we've been very critical of Donald Trump. So I'll take the bait. Yeah, I think this is different. I've had conversations with a number of members of the House, a number of senators in the past few days, and there's a common theme. They're hearing it from the grassroots. They're angry that Donald Trump is going after Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis won Florida by 20 points. He seems to be making Florida a red state. This is a model for Republicans across the country. And Donald Trump spent his time after this election going after Ron DeSantis, going after Glenn Youngkin, going after Mitch McConnell.
People who actually overperformed.
Right.
Glenn Youngkin, who won a blue state. Ron DeSantis,
but I think the losing point is a very important one. A couple of years ago, I had a conversation with Anthony Gonzalez, Republican representative from outside of Cleveland. And he said to me at the time, Republicans will understand this when it's clear that Donald Trump is going to cost them politically. That's where we are. This is unambiguous. This is Donald Trump's loss.
I just feel like, though, we had the 2018 midterm elections. You had 2020. This is not the first time that they have lost, right? Donald Trump has been the anvil on the head of the Republican Party for a while now. So I just think this is what happens post something bad happens. Everybody, gets on their high horses. We want to do better. We want to be better. This is not us. And then they are right back to where we've seen them before.
The thing that's different, a little bit different now, is the seed that he planted, especially in 2020, right? This idea of the lies about election fraud, the election denialism, that also lost, right? And I know you were interested in this fact, but I was covering these Secretary of State races, the ones we don't normally talk about. And competitively, right, in competitive Secretary of State races, election denialism was wiped out. In these key 2024 battleground states, that is a little bit different because there is no indication that Donald Trump is going to suddenly start to message on something else.
Let me add something else here that maybe you could say this different. His own candidates actually conceded. Like Don Bolduc, The campaign is over. Tudor Diction, we came up short. Tim Michaels, it wasn't our night tonight. Mehmet Oz, I called John Fetterman and congratulated him. So the Trump-backed candidates wouldn't play the Trump crazy to deny their loss. That must mean something to the grassroots point, no?
Yeah, and furthermore, I think even more importantly, and this dovetails with what you're saying, excuse me, the Trump candidates, not only in the Senate, but in the House, Trump candidates, Trump-fueled candidates, Trump-inspired candidates lost resoundingly. I mean, you look at these districts around the country. Bo Hines in North Carolina is a perfect example. A winnable seat for House Republicans would have put them on a clearer path to the majority. Lost. I mean, there are just J.R. Majewski in Ohio.
John Gibbs
in
Michigan.
I mean, it is not
Joe Kent in Washington State.
A Republican, a double-digit Republican district.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, they're all losing.
But these weren't blowouts. I guess my only thing is when you talk to I'm talking about you talk to people out there, voters. These were not blowouts. These were very close races. I think about, you talk about secretaries of state. I think about the 1 million people that voted for the election denier in Arizona. Right, so there is something still there.
You take any heart that there's 50% plus one enough?
I am excited that democracy prevailed, but I think it would be wrong for us to just believe that there's this huge swing the opposite way. It was close.
No, I think that's right. Yeah. But election denialism has to be seen as a means to an end. The people who embraced election denialism did so to get Donald Trump's support in the primaries, primarily. And then it was useless to them. So at the end, after they lose, what's the point of being an election denialist at this point when most people know it didn't happen?
All right, let's end with Kevin McCarthy. We have Jake here. There's nobody nose counting more of what's going on in the House Republicans.
No pressure.
All right. I don't see how anybody has 218 votes for Speaker, and I don't care if you're the Democrats or the Republicans. How is anybody going to get to 218 with this margin? We've never had this in any of our lifetimes.
You're correct. I don't know who's going to get 218. McCarthy's people are still confident he will get there.
You're assuming Republicans are going to be the ones.
Correct.
I mean,
listen, Nancy Pelosi could get 218. I have no doubt about that. If Democrats take back the House, she will. But the problem for McCarthy is that the people who don't want him to be Speaker don't really want anyone to be Speaker. They don't have a clear alternative. They just don't like McCarthy. And that's really difficult. And remember, this election for Speaker is in January. We're talking about 50 days away. I mean, this is going to be a very painful couple of weeks, couple of months for Kevin McCarthy.
The other problem for McCarthy is that the clear lesson out of this is that people don't want more Donald Trump. They don't want this. And what did Kevin McCarthy do in pursuit of being Speaker? He embraced Donald Trump within a couple weeks of January 6th. He tied himself to Donald Trump. There are going to be chunks of Republicans
threatening him, on supporting, if he doesn't support Donald Trump, his presidential candidacy on Tuesday.
By the way, I don't think there's any question that McCarthy supports Donald Trump, so I don't know really where that threat's coming from.
It is amusing.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.